I finally started to play some intermediate level solos with bends and hammer-ons, but some notes feel incomplete and some notes feel non-rhythmic. How can I stop this? If you've just started playing intermediate level solos, there are always going to be little things that aren't quite that don't quite sound like they do on the record. It's such a common thing, and the best way you are going to get around this, hands down, is starting to work out your own simple solos, just starting off with simple ones, but as much as you can by ear. Now, the amazing thing that you guys can do these days is when you have started to learn a song by ear, you can then check it with YouTube videos, with Tab and things like that. All the resources that are available to you these days. But you need to persevere. When you get up to learning intermediate level solos, you need to be working on learning solos as at least 50% of the time, as an example, totally by ear. And then the rest of the time you can be checking what you've learned then and refining it with technique or sequences that you just couldn't get by ear, for example. But really, when I was 15 and 16, I was learning solos by Led Zeppelin and Led Zeppelin riffs and Rage Against the Machine just by putting it on and pausing and rewinding and playing it over and over again. Now, I really feel that that's a skill that I have a real... Or it is a skill that came easier to me than it does to other people. Perhaps because I play other instruments as well. I was taught piano from very young, recorder, things like that. But I'm just being honest with you guys. There's no way that you can do anything better to learn intermediate level lead guitar than to try and work out any solos of your choosing, but starting off with very easy ones, even just, basic ones like Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton guitar solos. A lot of those ones, some of them can be very straightforward. Some John Mayer ones like Gravity are very straightforward from the notes that you use, and Stop This Train and a couple of others. They have simple parts in them. Try and work those out as much as you can by ear. Then look at a YouTube video, look at the tab of what it might be. And that is far too much needing to learn things right now and making the most of our precious time these days, that the skill of ear training could get lost. And I'm not saying it's going to get lost, I'm just saying that people aren't doing it enough to improve. And if you want to be able to learn solos super quickly, like lead guitar solos like by Guns N' Roses and things like that, and you just want to be able to play like that, and you want to be able to improvise like that, like anyone, you want to be able to improvise like Chuck Berry or Slash or Stevie Ray Vaughan or everyone, you have to begin learning solos by ear. And I'm going to be doing an awful lot on this next year in particular. But we're just getting a lot of basic solos and basic guitar lessons taught this year with the lead guitar in mind. But yes, really looking forward to it. We do have an earbook. We have an ebook on ear training at andyguitar.co.uk. Give it a search because I did a live stream on it a few months back now, about 3 months ago. But yes, I'm really passionate about it because in essence, that is the way that I learnt guitar. That's what I spent most of my time doing. And of course I had teachers, of course friends showed me little bits and pieces, and I had guitar books and things like this. But the thing that I did more than anything else was try and work songs out by ear, and especially guitar solos by ear, 100%. Ooh, there was one question that was quite similar to that. Yes, here we go, from Darren Smith. How can I use the guitar to teach myself how to sing? Now, that may seem like such an unrelated thing, but in essence, this will help your soloing, not necessarily your singing, though I think it is a good way to first start singing and make sure you're singing in pitch and things like this. But what we want to really enhance, no matter what, just as a musician and guitarist, and especially if it's a guitarist that wants to be able to sing, enhance the connection between what you're playing pitch-wise and a note that you can actually vocalize. So if we go for, let's go super easy. Let's go the C major scale in open position, which is do, re, mi. Okay? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Or, you know, as we would, well, let's just sing it. Let's just go La's. La, 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 la. Doing that and checking by recording yourself with the phone that you have in your pocket right now, just using voice memos, or any other way that you want to record yourself, checking that is one of the best ways to enhance the connection between what you're playing and really understanding lead guitar. So then going from that to being able to doing that kind of thing. Kind of felt like I was scatting then. But when, you know, Eric Clapton and John Mayer and these amazing players play guitar solos, that's what they're doing. They're vocalizing it just silently in their mind, and it's coming out from the fingers. And without that connection, everything about your guitar soloing is going to sound a little bit not predictable and not what you're after. Now, from the other point of view, if you want to improve your singing, but you've maybe heard yourself in the past, or people have said you have no pitch, you have no tone, you can't hit notes, you're singing it wrong, you're bad. Okay, start with that C major scale and just try and play the first few notes from it. Just do, re, mi, do it really slowly. Do, and maybe when you first start you'll be like do, and there'll be that turbulence there. It will sound like two different pitches. Do, you know, you kind of, if you're singing out of tune, and then you have to change your voice to match the pitch of the guitar, not the other way around. You have to get your voice to match that and get those in sync, because no matter what you play on guitar, the idea is you should be able to sing it if you want to improve your voice, but also improve your guitar soloing. So do, you can. There's a natural muscle memory and a connection that I have between my voice and what I want the note to sound like and what I'm physically doing with my fingers, do, to be able to do that. Now, this is different to having perfect pitch. Perfect pitch is me being able to go like do, and then that being the actual note without me hearing the note. If you watch carefully, what I've been doing when I've been doing this is I play the note first, I hear it, and then I match it with my voice. Do, re, mi. Now, once I've heard that first one, I know where they all are. But if I can't tell you what this note is going to sound like exactly, and if I did, I would have perfect pitch. But if I hear it once, la, la, there it is. Okay, I can pitch it. But again, if I just go to another random fret, I don't know what that sounds like, because if I did, that would be having perfect pitch. But if I hear it once, and as I say, perfect pitch is a very highly trained, a highly attuned skill that only some people have the innate ability to be able to get. But this skill, just being able to play a note and then you vocalize it, I really believe that anyone can learn that skill, and it is so much easier to learn, but you need to actually work on it. It will improve your singing, it will improve your guitar soloing. There's nothing that spending a little bit of time on that skill won't improve, in my opinion. I really think that's such a biggie. Spend some time on it and it will really help you.